up, you guys? This is Info.
Hey, and this is Tech.
What? And y'all better show
Show
us.
some respect. That's right. Gotta drop some respect on these names.
Put respect on our names. Zach, we're gonna bring something strong today, right?
Ah, yeah.
Something that's gonna blow his mind. Something for the inquirer mind. You guys have been asking us the question about, are we single? So, me and Tech about to drop the info.
That's
Right, Tech?
right. Yes, we are.
All right. All right, bottom line. We're going to drop some questions in regards to me and Tech, whether we're single or not. We're dropping information and we're definitely asking questions. How many questions is that?
Well, let's see. I've got it's 8 questions, and maybe a part A and B here and there, but it's basically 8 questions.
A is abundance. We can work with that.
Mhm.
So so me and Tech and I, we're gonna be answering questions based on living a single life. Okay? And are we single or are we Buddha?
So our first question is, when and to whom did you last say I love you?
What kind of question is that, sir?
That's just part of the single life. So when was the last time? Who was the last time? Was it your baby?
It was this ice cream that I love. It's made by it's a coconut flavor,
Mm-hmm.
coconut milk.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last time, I was really into it. You know what I mean? Because it was really delicious. That's the last time I said I love you.
Info is a hot mess.
Don't tell the truth to Jason.
Hey, that's all right though. Sometimes it be like that one little food or that thing you've been waiting for all day to dig into. So yes. So for me,
Ice cream.
mm-hmm. So for me, it would probably have to be one of my little ones. And it was probably yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
And
mine was Esso. It's made by Esso. Esso coconut dairy, non-dairy ice cream.
mm-hmm.
And it's that one. It's that one. The caramel and everything. It's so perfect. Yeah, I had to make my announcement to it. So I can bring it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you can ask some questions here too to give a variety. Because
Oh,
these all came from the question book, if anyone hasn't checked that
yeah.
out. So yeah.
I
So
like. Okay, so Tech, when and how long have you been? Because we're gonna ask that. How long have you been single? Are you single? How long have you been single? Right.
I am single. I have been single for, let's see, about 2.5 years. Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was gonna come from
hmm
you.
I'm like, I'm counting in my head. I'm like, let me think.
Right.
How
Okay.
about
Oh,
you?
do you like it? Like.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Hey, move when I wanna, sit when I wanna, go when I wanna, leave when I want to. So hey,
I like it.
what about you?
Mine seemed like forever and a day. You ever heard forever and a day? Forever and That's how long it's like, but but it's about that. It seemed like forever. But mine's has been like you said, like roughly like dragging out for the almost 2 years, like a year, about 8 months or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And out really, really crazy, trying to, like get a grip on what's real, you know what I mean, what's genuine, stuff like that. So I would say almost 2 years for me, and to be honest, way more than that. You know what I'm saying? On the spiritual side of it, but on the physical, almost 2 years. But it's just a part of you that's always loyal. And what hurts the most is when you date somebody who's loyal. That doesn't mean that they're faithful. That's what people confuse. You know what I'm saying? It hurts because it's like, yeah, they're loyal, but they're not faithful, right? And what I mean by that is, oh yeah, I got your back. I got your back, for that's loyalty right there. I got your back if you need something. But are you faithful? No. You can drop that thing anywhere, like it's how it was community, what they call it, community stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but that's part of just dating someone and not being in a relationship with them. So when you dating, you need to be dating multiple people because you ain't necessarily the one just yet.
coming from a Virgo, straight from the door to the floor, like when you deal with Virgo, you gotta be rooted and grounded and rooted and down to earth. You gotta be real, you know what I'm saying, and genuine to the core. That's just, what it is if you're gonna deal with earth, like earth sign, Virgo, and it's like, yeah, faithful comes with that, okay?
Not during dating. Don't get your feelings hurt. And that's when you weed them out. I mean, again, you can't expect faithfulness during dating.
Okay, that hurts. Damn it.
Shit. Yeah, you shouldn't expect faithfulness during dating. You can test. You can test for the faithfulness qualities.
Oh, that hurts. Wait, whoa. Rewind.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, I kind of, like, it sounds almost like it's logic, but for real, like, I'm not even going to waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm really adamant about something. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of dating. The point of dating to me is to get to know you at a depth level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm dating is because, yeah, I want that.
Right. Right. You want to get to know them at a depth level, but you use the dating time frame to get to know them at a depth level. You want to go ahead and are they stable? Are they mentally okay? Can they take care of themselves? If I ask them, to possibly pick you up something, or if you tell them you need something and they can't stop at the store to get you a $2 2-liter. I mean, there's levels to this. Levels.
But what I was saying, Jack, is that when I'm getting to know them, I don't want to get to know somebody else because I don't have that type of time on my hands. I'm like, everybody do. I just see next life.
Mm-hmm.
When I want to really get to know you, that's the whole point of dating. Like, I never understand people who got to do certain things because if I don't feel I'm in it, I'm just not in it. It ain't even hard. I don't have to play around with my time and my energy and my juices and my fluids and my, you know what I mean? I don't have to do that.
Okay, well, hopefully you keeping your juices and your fluids and everything to yourself while you dating, anyway. So you won't be playing around with that. You just dating, so you shouldn't be exchanging juices and fluids. Energy might get intertwined or whatever, but that's different.
Even when I'm not doing that, it's still a point of faithfulness. I'm not sharing my energy with someone else too. That's the part I don't get.
But
I feel as though if I'm gonna date someone, that's on a level of I'm saying that I'm really interested in you. And that means a lot to what I'm doing because I'm not interested in a lot of things in this world, nor people, nor things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really waste my time. And I don't believe in it at all for the slightest. However, because the people I still know, I know from childhood. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, but I'm just saying, like, it's just I can't see myself expressing myself to another human being while I'm dating who I'm dating because I feel as though it's not necessary.
Well, let's toss some logic in there. Let's look at this from the other perspective. You said that you're dating and the other people aren't faithful. So if they aren't faithful, are they approaching this? If we try to take the male perspective, are they approaching this to, I'm dating, so I can talk to and date around? That's why I'm saying you want to be faithful and be faithful to Virgo, but take a realistic picture, look at this picture and see why it might not be working out. You're dating, they're dating, they know they're dating, so they may be talking and, getting to know other people as well while they're talking to you. So you need to watch your energy that you are putting into people and not give too much.
Exactly. And that is so real. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't give too much. If I'm gonna give to one person, that means I'm dating that one person. That means I'm really taking the time out because what if you're dating a person and forget, create a, forbid something happened major in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be there for them if you're not intertwined with them, and them. But if you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's all stupid. It's just like, just give your time where it's really, where you really appreciate giving it. That's for me. If it don't work for somebody else, that's fine. But I cannot do the energy here, there, everywhere. I rather do it simplicity. I rather do it, with the person I really want to do it with.
Mm-hmm.
And that type of thing. So I guess, like I said, I learned in those entitlements and not just dating, but in long-term relationships that, drag out for whatever reason, that people don't really understand that it's a whole different level of faithful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, and yes, I can see the long term and the things like that, but the dating, yeah, nah. Shouldn't expect too much.
Like so bad. I don't know. Maybe some people date for some type of medicinal purposes. I don't know.
For attention and energy purposes, they need the attention. They need it's an energy boost for them and stuff like that. And it's a let me see what I can get out of this. And some people fall into the trap and give them whatever they might be trying to get out of this, not knowing that it ain't going nowhere, anything like that, so.
Oh yeah, so I'm glad we talked about that because that really helped me a lot. I don't know about nobody else because God Almighty, I really thought that if somebody put the brakes and we're dating, then that means something exclusive, semi. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's totally exclusive because, like I said, I don't like wasting my time. I'm guilty. I did this. I really did this one time, and it's so funny because I was quote unquote what they call dating someone, and getting to know them. And we took a picture together, and I circulated around explaining everybody I know that me don't call me, don't call me, don't call me. I've been bold, hello, and there, and they, some people wish us well or whatever, but then my one ex sit back and say, y'all gonna be on Jerry Springer in 2 weeks or something. And stuff like that, living that type of energy. But I don't know, for me, it's so simple. It's either I'm there or I'm not. And it's not hard. Dating to me means I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Yeah. I get it.
What'd you say?
I said I get it.
But I'm not alone though. I can guarantee you that. I bet you I gotta be like a mass amount of the women. I gotta be like,
Yeah, you aren't alone. And but
I think
it
that
depends, I think also like on age, your age group, and how long people have been
but
dating and their experience in dating.
I've been like this every since. I can't remember. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like
different.
you're female, but from the male perspective, the males you're looking at, as they've gotten older, like older in our age, they're taking in different values and have changed their values from how they used to be. They've had experiences that have kind of turned them against certain situations and things like that. I think it's a lot easier, say, for a younger female who's looking for a younger male with dating for them because they have less experience, less this person done me wrong and I don't want this, and less guarded and things like that. So I think it's a matter of age a lot of time, dating experience.
I'm trying to understand. So are you giving a pass to those who are younger, like to date? Like are you giving a pass to say, well, okay, so when you're dating, don't you could date this person and that person and this person and that person till you want to.
What do you
Because
mean?
to
What do you
me,
mean giving a pass?
it's just because it sounds like you're saying, okay, well, the younger version, should be okay with dating
No, I'm not
other.
saying they'll be okay. I'm saying the younger people might be more inclined to date one person at a time and put all of their eggs into one basket at a time. Again, they've had less experience, less heartbreak, and they're more free to open than somebody our age or a counterpart our age and things like that. So I'm saying that we will probably have a different experience if we were younger and dating, because we would be looking to date younger people, and they would come with a different mentality towards the dating experience. Again, it changes with the experience and your age, because of the experience that you have in dating. And people's values change over time as you get older.
Of
It's
course.
not a pass. It's just there is definitely a difference in the demographics, and we might not be able to tolerate or stand what a 26-year-old or 23-year-old or a 30-year-old is trying to offer. We be like, no, but again, somebody 25 in their 23s and things like that, they may be more open to it, because the potential to grow together is there. And they're both young, and they may be let me put all my baskets and my eggs into one basket and one person and just see how it goes. They haven't had a lot of heartbreak between the two of them. So again,
I'm guilty then because I don't believe always that quote unquote, like, but I get where you're coming from, but my thing is it's all spiritual and I'm the same way, and I have to put my egg on my basket because I know that's where I want to be. And if I realize that that doesn't want to be with me, then I'm okay with that too. I'm not a psycho, go scratch your car, go wash your windows, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to harm you thereafter, which is good because I definitely don't want no psycho myself. So I give what I put out, but I really would like that type of because it's a flattery. I don't care what age you are to get the complete experience of dating your person, not share your person with somebody else. I really want that complete experience. And those who have experienced me, the reason they miss me so much is because they had to fool me. You see what I'm saying? They didn't be with someone else. That's the only reason. They had the full experience. Now, today, yeah, they can't ever, experience me because like I said, I put my egg in that one basket because that basket will work for me at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't, I'm okay because I did that fully.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I really do look at it. It does not have anything to do with any heartbreak in the past. I think people should let that shit go. And you heard me say that sugar honey iced tea word. I think people should let that go. Like I don't even date unless I'm really fully rid of, garbage.
Mm-hmm.
No bag lady. I really try to, bring a full experience because I appreciate someone who can do the same. Like I don't want any crumbs off the table.
Okay, well,
Give me that psycho stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. And if I don't bring it, I definitely don't want it. However, the whole point of dating to me is to have the full experience of me, and for me to have the full experience of you.
well, the one thing that you said that stood out, you said that the dating relationship thing is sort of spiritual.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people actually listen to the spiritual side? I mean, that right there is the test, is one of the tests in all of the tests, to see if someone actually listens to their intuition, listens to their spirit. You have so many people stuck on, well, I want to do this, I want to be a player, I want to have this experience, that they don't listen to their spiritual side. We have people walking around with no souls. So where is their spirit? They just walking around robots with programs. So again, you got to find someone that listens to their spirit and their spiritual side. So again, yeah.
Having that, I really enjoy what you said because that all matters.
Yes.
But I mean that you bring some bullshit to the table. Just because you experience no souls and shit like that, like I don't care. I've experienced the worst.
No, but I'm talking about this person you giving everything to. They might not even be listening to or tapping into their spiritual self.
And then you will know. That's the fullness of it. Once you're fully there, you can fully know what you're dealing with. I can't see a person like halfway or third there. That's dragging it out.
Yeah. Well, some people know how to fake it. They know how to fake it and fake it and things like that. So again, test.
The people like moi because I'm gonna be all in.
Yeah, well, that's good. But I'm just saying, people can fake it. You can tell me what do you want in somebody. Well, I want this and this and this, and they turn around and try to be all of this for about 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and then after that they can't take it no more. The real them have to come out. So I'm just saying, it's not, per se my experience, your experience, but just in general. So again.
But I really suggest strongly for anyone, if you really want a full experience, don't go by your old experience, especially if it's negative. If you have positive experience, bring it to the table and go from there. I really, really suggest that's the only way, you know, that it's something, that you brought to the table of value. And if somebody can match that, it's unique. It's very unique and it's worth it.
And that's true. And to back that up, and it's not necessarily that you have to put all of your eggs in one basket, as like I'm saying, but the one thing is, with everybody that you meet, you want to kind of always just leave them better than you met them. If you can't help them, then leave them the hell alone. So I mean, even in just somebody you're talking to, just in the conversation you have with them, sometimes the conversation you have with them is enough to uplift them or whatever. You just never know, what someone's going through, but that conversation is enough to uplift them. So whether you giving them all, or you talking to 3-4 different people at the same time, just make it your thing to leave them better than they were when you met them, or just let them be. Just don't take away. If you have all you can do is take away, walk away. And that's it.
I gotta talk to more than one person, then I'm not even considering myself dating. I think that's stupid as shit. You heard me say sugar honey iced tea again. And I'm serious. If I have to talk to to more than one person. Believe me, if I have to dial more than 10 numbers on, I have to, program a lot of stuff to get things moving, it ain't moving. That's what I'm looking at. It ain't moving. I need to really fall back because that's not making any sense to me. Just to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not putting that much energy out there too many places like that. My energy is vital. It's vital. It's crucial. It's heaven sent, and I be there for nothing like that. For a long time. Not saying that you don't get scarred. Things happen. You know what I'm saying to people like us, of course. But you don't run with it and try to like you said, harm somebody else because that harms me. You know what I'm saying? That can harm someone if they're thinking they're giving that all to you and you're not giving it all in return. You got 3 or 4 people on speed dial. What is it?
They understand what dating is, and if they're so concerned about that, they'll ask. And if they ask, hopefully everyone's honest.
That's not leaving them better than you.
And it's not taken away. And how is it not leaving them better?
No, I'm saying if they think that they're into a serious dating thing or whatever, because I wouldn't even consider anybody.
What's serious dating? Just dating is just dating. It's nothing serious until you in a relationship.
You in my business, you in my space. That's fucking serious.
Okay.
To me, like, yo, I don't know who you working for from the door. When you get in my space, I can't do this thing like that. Like, oh my gosh, that's serious. That's what I'm saying. Like, that part is serious. That's why I'm really enjoying the single part of this thing here. Just being solo, just being mindful, that one day things will unfold in a different way. And for real, when I did a read for myself, I told you I found out that my soul may not even on this planet, so we can deal with that later. But nevertheless, while I'm here as a visitor, I really definitely don't play with energy. Energy is not to be played.
Right. That's the one thing you have to personally honor your own energy and listen to your intuition.
What is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you honor someone else's energy,
Oh, excuse me. Thank you.
But if you don't honor someone else's energy, what good is that too? You know what I'm saying? It's very well like not honor, so to speak.
Well, you honor people's energy because, of course, that's what that. Excuse me, leaving them better than they were when you met them.
No, you get allergic to this.
Right, girl, it's like this a bull. It's like her with this mess. I'm like, man, if she don't go somewhere. But no, it's okay. It's all good because we're talking, and if we got all kind of different viewpoints out here, and I think we probably both are the main extremes that there is out here. I used to do that all want eggs in a basket. I'm good. I've enjoyed being single these last 2 years.
I like being single. That means I don't have any eggs out here. That means single for that means single for me. No eggs out there, no basket, no nothing. I'm just chill with me.
I've been studying, learning me, trying new things. My black thumb, I think, is a green thumb. My plants is growing and green and happy. Just I've been having fun. Can't lie.
You're loving it.
Yes.
And so you still pretty much, you say you pretty much gonna have that same approach when you get, because you're gonna have the same approach no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Honestly, my approach, I figure that I'm gonna do what I do, and the right one, they'll
I
do
know,
what they need to do.
yeah, I know you're not alone. That's why I'm so grateful we have this conversation
And
because
they will stand out enough. They will do what they need to do and stand out enough where it would be like, okay, all right.
obviously I've been moved with the crew because I really do think like that, and that's
hmm
all.
I think it was in our kind of in our raising and things like that. You know, all of that. We used to be raised to be nice and all that bullshit and putting other people's feelings ahead of ours and all that BS. Nice
Well,
gets you nowhere.
I wouldn't say that on my end because I had a dose of a different raise up.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine always called me homegrown. So anything I did was naturally done. I just do it because, like it's in my heart to do. And, I don't want nobody else to feel like some sugar honey ice cream. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I
'Cause
just try to do it that way. But if nothing else, we walk away knowing that they had that love, they
that's
had
right.
that.
And that's why they come back. And then, it ain't never the same the second time around. What the fuck these fools thought? Oh, excuse my language. What did they think? Did they really think that they was gonna get what they had before the second time?
Oh,
Oh, they so stupid. But let me stop. But for real though, and like what I was saying with the raising, so many of us were actually raised by grandmas and our grandparents, and our grandma. We used to have to walk around the house where we couldn't mess with nothing, we couldn't talk, and all this other kind of stuff. And I love the new generation now. We don't want this, we don't like. They are so very vocal, and I love it because they do have opinions, they do have feelings, and they should be able to express them. So we used to tiptoe around my grandma's house, and like right now the kids, they downstairs, and they will do something and leave something that they had, and you could just tell wherever everywhere they've been. When we were growing up at our grandma's house, we kind of made sure whatever we had, we put it up so she couldn't see that we used it or did it and things like that. It's a real difference, and it's a good thing, I think, for the newer generations coming up.
well, in regards to being single, I love it. And I would trade this piece of mind for the world. And
Mm-hmm.
being single is just being free to do me and not really involve anyone else. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
if I do, once upon a time, like, do that dating thing, it would be only the eggs in one basket. I'm still that foolish one. I'm still that foolish one because I have to know that I know. That's the
Mm-hmm.
only. I have to know that I know. You're
Mm-hmm.
know that I put my into it, and it's nothing else I can do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really fall back when it's time.
You just
See,
have to understand it may not be the same way unless you ask up front.
those people who have problems falling back and keep coming back, it's because they know they didn't put their good foot forward.
There you
So
go.
now, the heck you trying to put a good foot forward for now? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's that second time stuff we was talking about. Yeah,
Yes.
nope.
You wasn't honest in the beginning. You didn't put the, and that's what I mean by one egg, and one back. And that's what when you honest in the beginning, when you really giving them the time and attention that's definitely necessary, you have nothing to look back on. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing to look back on if they misuse it, mistreated, they didn't appreciate it.
All right. You
That's
did
on
your thing. Good things are still coming to you. Now them on the other hand, whatever. They thing.
yeah. Well, most of all, for yourself, you know that you did what you really came to do. You know what I'm saying? Like when I come, I'm coming to earthquake. To bring an earthquake when I come, it's going down. And we'll be doing some love making. So shake. We come to shake the earth. You're
Mhm.
supposed to be. You know what I mean? If you got eggs here, you ain't shaking nothing. You
Well,
just shaking
exactly. You shouldn't
one
be.
one leaf on the tree. And I say you should be, because I got to know. I got to know that I know. I got to know that I know. So like
I don't know. That sound like that wasting time being boyfriend girlfriend mess. But yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Have fun getting the cow and everything else. Get the whole the milk and the cheese and the eggs and all the dairy and they ain't got to get the cow. They got the whole girlfriend for free.
it's a heck of hard water though. The time I want to be intuitive about it. You got to be some fire and flames that's really going, set a tone with it, because I gotta really feel that energy before I jump. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been like that. I gotta really feel the fire. I gotta feel the fire from me. I gotta feel something that's telling me to go.
Mm-hmm.
Or from go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to try this and that, this and that. No, I really have to feel something. And I guess that's why I put all in, because I felt something. You know what I'm saying? Something tells me something. You go by that inner knowing.
Yeah, you ready for another lesson? I get it.
Yeah.
Another hard learned lesson. I'm messing with you.
But you hit that real strong, and it you that because universal laws, we're gonna have that.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna keep getting the lesson until you learn too. So, and it's not always a good thing to keep doing the same thing, and it's when it hasn't worked. That's that thing. You keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So, got to kind of switch it up and change it up. Try different. You ain't got to change the whole approach, but maybe you can change steps 6 through 10 and see if that gives a different result. So just kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, my switch up is to just chill.
Step back, fall back.
It's it just works. It works so well.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a peace of mind. It gives you time to really actually, vision whatever you vision. At that time you get the whole visual, you get the whole track record played in your peace of mind. So that's my version of it, just being solo. That's my version of being single, having a peace of mind, being solo. And yours is more lively though.
What you mean?
Got your color on.
Yes, I do have my color on. Thank you.
Yeah, mine's gonna be like coming from the heart. Right.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're doing this thing and it's powerful. But yeah, so we touched on that. Now, the other question is, would you get married?
I would. I think that would be nice. Person that I would marry, this would have to be the one that would be like the door opener for me. I mean, the one where I could just like sit back and just not stop, but just sit back and stop and they completely take the wheel. And I would just like release control. Because I mean, I don't need to be in control. I just do it now, because hey, I'm running a household. So I'm in control of my household, making sure we stay afloat. But when I see someone that comes, with the complete, and when I say complete, I mean complete. I mean, you can't be, oh, I'm the big baddest motherfucker and I can beat everybody ass, but yet you can't keep a job. Or you don't know how to pray. Well, not necessarily, you necessarily got to pray, but you don't know how to listen and honor your spirituality or listen to your intuition. And then I don't need you well, I'm gonna follow on my intuition and I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna make a vision board that I'm gonna be a millionaire with my rap album and things like that. And so I need the whole package. And you need to show me you can lead. Show me that I can let go of control. And of course, hopefully they're not intimidated because again, I have my own and I have to maintain this household and keep my own, but that don't mean that I don't know how to step back when you step in and step up, showing that okay, I got you. I really, really, really got you. So yeah. But what about you? I mean, yeah, I would definitely do that for the one that be like, I really, really, really got you. And I mean, complete in all areas. What about you?
Well, um, well, um, well,
Sounds like a no. You gonna try to say because your soulmate ain't even on earth. We have multiple soulmates, girl. You can change that contract at any time. You tell them you don't want that contract, girl, they will make that contract null and void, and that new soulmate will pop up.
I love you for that. But I have touched the married thing. I was married for, 5 years,
Hmm.
and yeah,
It don't
so
sound like you want to go back.
I really, like it was always, you know, like I said, I put my eggs in one basket. It was always like, I don't know, like that's a toughie.
Hmm.
Say the guy, right? We're very unique people, so it would take some very unique stuff to come out
Right, right. I'm telling you, the stars will align. The sky will probably have to turn pink, purple, and green. We had a borealis, whatever, in the middle of the U.S. over the Midwest. The sky would have to probably turn pink, purple, and green, and the 15th plague. But
girl. Eclipse, you hear me? That's what
mhm,
eclipse. But no, I'm gonna share light though. I'm gonna try to put some good energy, into the making. Ooh, Lord, have mercy. Anywho, like I was trying to say here, if it's something really good, I don't want to miss. If it's
mhm,
something I don't want to miss,
mhm,
something I'm wrong with, I don't want to miss. I
mhm.
really,
Yeah.
yeah. I had all the other thing come to me now. When that good come to me, let it come to me,
Mhm.
and let me be, strong enough to meet it where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? So that answer is definitely yes at 1,000. If it comes to me, ooh, girl, like you said, it'll be that one.
Right. It'll be that one, and it'll be like, okay, and that might be the one that you fight. Like, no, it's not it. It can't be. I just know. You just never know. So
Oh no,
yeah.
oh no, no fight. Like I said, if that good comes to me, no fight shall it be.
Mhm.
But you know, that would be awesome. You know, matter of fact, you probably couldn't stop me from writing books, poetry, and anything else. All kinds. I would like every time you turn around, you be like, "What you posting now? What you doing now?
Be
What you?"
like, oh Lord, look at this girl. She done wrote a whole sonnet post again.
Like, what this baby? I'm telling you, it's deep. That would really blow my mind. That would blow my,
Mhm.
into the right alignment with the stars, like you say. If something
Yes.
That would be good. So yes, for that, not 1,000 with that. Would you have another baby?
If I was married, if I still can, I would probably do it, but I would definitely have to be married to have another child. What about you now? Nah.
Well, a lot of things have changed so far, so I can't see that far. I can't see that.
Hmm.
See the fifth one out.
Okay.
Can't see that far. Because that whole life, is so different. That means you're starting a life. You're starting a life. This life I want with just me and that person. This life I really want to share with just me and that person. If I'm blessed, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
If I'm blessed to live long enough to see it, if I'm blessed, then I really just want it to be about us. I want to learn, that type of thing. I want to experience that type of thing.
I will travel the world. No, stop. Gonna Aladdin. A whole new world. Sorry.
Because I would just want it to be me and them, and we just go and just do and
Hmm.
just go and just do and just go and just do.
Forever going and doing, right.
And really,
Sometimes you ain't gotta go to do, you can just do without
yeah,
going. I'm
report everything that we do as far as, in the book or in our love, like how we love journey. And just go and do it, all and do it, all and do it, until we can't do no.
hmm
I want us to retire like the daggone Notebook movie. For real, I love that movie. When they both die together.
I didn't watch it. We said Notebook.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
That was
I don't
so.
do all of that, like Love Jones and all that kind of mess. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
That man was separated from his wife. She was in a different ward, and it was so beautiful. He could not rest his soul, and the nurse was nice enough to go away somewhere because they shouldn't even be in that anyway. Once they get a certain age, she'll always be able to be with even though she had dementia. But she knew her husband every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
He made his way the night they both died. He couldn't rest because he knew it. He felt it. He felt it. He felt it. He felt it. So he came down and he got in that room with her. And they both passed away together. Priceless. Priceless.
Mm-hmm.
They were of age, right, old age, what I'm saying, to want to do that, to want it, not, I don't want you to make it sound like, it's some, what the, what is that one, Romeo and Juliet? No, not like that. Just, they really, it was a beautiful thing. You have to see it.
Yeah, pass. But no, I
Yes.
get it. A lot of those couples, and they've been married 40, 50 years, when the one passed, the other one goes. Not that long later, they just had that connection or whatever. And that's probably why they were together so long, because they had that like spiritual tie connection and stuff like that there too. So, yeah.
Yeah, because they really had both eggs, all the eggs in one basket.
Well, they better.
They did
After
from
all
day
that time, please.
one.
Mm.
If you don't know, then you don't know. Just leave it. If you know, they knew together at that time. It was a beautiful thing. It was beautiful. I hope you see it one day.
No, thank you. Mm.
Why you lit up?
No, thank you, because I don't want to see it.
Okay, well, I'm guilty. I like couple movies and stuff. I like couple happy ending type of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I do like the happy ending. I even love, as you know, everybody tells me they called it a chick flick, you know, but I still love it. And that was Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, I like that. That was good.
You see more? It's right here beside you. Yes, that type of thing. That type of thing. Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
one. So, so now, you know, how do you think? How do you think this will ever fit in your schedule anytime? Like, because you don't see it happening anytime soon, though, right? You know, you giving anybody an option or a chance, or are you doing that right now? Are you dating right now? You know, prospects or something.
No, I'm not dating right now. I may be talking to some people, but again, not enough to hold a conversation about that they're important enough to be like, yeah, this person, no. It's people around. And you make time for what you want to make time for. And that's all across the board with everybody, no matter what. So all these people, even I'm so busy, and you make time for what you want to make time for. And that is never a valid excuse in my book. Unless you've been in the hospital or something like that, it's not a valid excuse. And that will be the reason I next.
I don't know where I get off, you know, but I really am guilty. So, like, I really think you don't deserve my conversation. Like, you just don't. Like, you don't get my conversation. You don't get this from me. You don't get it. Like, you don't get my conversation. I can't conversate with you know, if I'm not interested. Like, for real. I'm guilty as
So
hell.
how do you become interested with someone if you haven't conversated with them? What, because of their looks? Or I mean, what, how do you even know you interested in somebody if you don't conversate with them?
Listen, okay, the way it used to be was my friend back then would know that I could not, you know, like that that whole thing was unbeknownst to me because it's frivolous. To me, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, my friends would be like, "Oh, you should meet so and so," because they would know that me and that person clicks. Like they know me, like my closest friend would know me, and they would know that person. So that's how it would be from, you know, back in the day. So that's how.
But that's
And I
again back in the day. So what's that, like 1990s, 2000? So we're talking about 2022 now, you know, the 22222. So let's
yeah, but
let's come to reality. No, I'm just go ahead.
how it's so I trust, you know, that so much. So later on it began, you know, it was similar. It wasn't far from it. You know, I kind of trust my people, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
people know me and what I stand for and something that is really, really close to me. And that's as far as I go. And like I said, if I feel something, then that's a different thing. You know, if I feel something, because I don't be out here trying to meet nobody. But I'm not that. Like I'm not desperate for conversation. I don't care about conversation for that. You know what I mean? And I feel like you don't deserve mine if I'm not really into it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to waste time. I just got this thing where I don't want to waste time.
Well, if you don't know, dating nowadays has just become like a hey, how you doing? What you doing anyway? So that's basically all the conversation is. What you doing? What you doing? How you doing? Hi, how you doing? What you doing? I mean, so with most people, that's all it is anyway. So I mean, they out the door after about the third. How you doing? What you doing? They get about three. What you doing? And then yeah, we're not talking about what you're doing no more. Because actually, I don't answer to what you're doing, honestly.
Stuff like that. If I don't mess with you, I'm paranoid.
Be like, are you looking at my window? You at my door? Why do you want to know what I'm doing now? You know, you ain't got to tell the truth about some of the things. You can kind of stretch it when they ask who you work for. You might work for the Department of Engineering. All you got to do is say, I work for DOE. And they'll be like, I wonder what DOE is. And they'll look up a DOE company or, DOE Inc. or something like that. You ain't got to necessarily give all the details. Because honestly, when talking to people, I don't feel anything or really interact with you until I meet you, because I gotta meet you. You might have a tick, you might have something that just be like, nope, thank you, nice talking to you. But I have to meet you first before I even think about you being somebody serious.
So my thing is like I said, like I think you heard you didn't hear me good. When people start asking me questions, that's what I say, who you working for? I don't feel as though I gotta ask you a question. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you don't have to ask me that many questions. Like, I'm not really for those questions. You know?
Honestly, I think the questions, especially before you meet, is really just a waste of time. But I guess whatever.
Girl, that has been like something else. That's why I say, it's kind of like I digress. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that.
I don't think you digressed. I think the times have just changed.
And I digress, trust me. Before that even, I definitely times are still changing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like robots. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be dating robots.
No, I pass. We will turn that spell right into oblivion and send it right to the universe, into the black hole of the black holiest holes. That shall not be true. I rebuke it. But go ahead.
See, anytime, well, you know how it go. Come on now. You already know things can go and how it's been going. But nevertheless, I enjoy my version of single life. And like I said, unless it's somebody really, really close to me that knows somebody they that really knows, then I'm okay. Other than that, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta really, because I gotta be able to ask questions, and I don't want to ask them the questions. That's where I am.
Well, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but it's like after so when I just like, oh, is it what? And then they'll tell me, and I'll be like, is it what? And then they'll be like, this is, and then I could get my D. So if I don't, and if they lie to me, that's cool, because I'll get the truth eventually. But usually, somebody kind of semi-trust, because one time I went off a semi, and that was very interesting. So, but at least I got some information before, I started, conversating with this person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm before I know something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like something before I know something.
Well.
So you guys, give us what you guys got. If you guys have any input on what me and Tech should do.
All right, give us your point of view. Think all the eggs in one basket, spread them eggs out some. Hell, just stay single and enjoy yourself and learn yourself. Let us know your point of view.
Yes.
Yes.
Bring it, you guys. Y'all know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, okay?
Yes. Namaste.